Hey guys, Mike Carney here with Prime Fitness. I am here with Kishore, a founding team member with this beautiful facility, Contagion Athletics, here in Amarillo, Texas. Today is the official grand opening, and Kishore and the team were polite enough to welcome us into their humble abode. We couldn't be more pumped. As you can kind of see over my shoulder here, tons of great Prime equipment, and they have been a great team to partner with on this project. And the question I always love to ask is, why Prime? So Kishore, I'll let you kind of run with that.
All right, Mike. Well, for starters, this facility is meant to be for the performance gym enthusiast, essentially best of breed. Everything from the basics, hospital grades, cleaning systems, all the way to just expansive amounts of glass and steel to make a really, really beautiful place to be. So what we wanted to achieve is a place that not only you go to work out at, but you love being there just in and of itself. To that end, a lot of this has to do with the equipment, but it starts first with a series of trainers who really know the fundamentals. We go with college-trained individuals. We're doing basically performance fitness for athletes all the way to older guys who are just rehabbing, for example. So just across the gamut. What we choose for equipment has to do with what do we do to enhance and preserve athletic performance, but also how do we do the same thing for a 90-year-old?
Right.
Not only do we want, the coolest gear that nobody else has, but we are looking for attachments that help with relieving wrist strain, for example, shoulder strain. Some of the cam-loaded equipment on the plate gear, for example, is great for people who have issues with shoulders.
Yep.
So there's athletes and then there's athletes that are injured, and that's two different things. You want to be able to cater to both groups.
Absolutely.
The folks who have been on this gear in town here really have not experienced anything like this, and people that have visited here from outside of town who want to find Prime gear know what it is. They come and they love it. They're just happy that it's in a place like Amarillo.
Right.
You don't really find gear of this caliber in this size market typically. People love the versatility, they love the grips, they love the smoothness of the movement as far as, for example, the functional trainers, any of the cable gear is working out really well. They're loving the ergonomics of the movement of the selectorized and the plate-loaded gear. So just the way it feels in your hands, the way the movements occur, I think has been positive. We have of course, I'm a physician. I've got buddies at the hospital who are physical therapists. They're working out here now, and they love it. They want to bring their clients. They're sending them here post physical therapy, for example, because they know they've got great equipment here. So we're really loving that. Even the versatility of the benches has been phenomenal. The ability to go to an incline to a reverse incline on the same bench. The fact that we can use the same model of bench across the board with all of the equipment has been really great. So it's easy to purchase new pieces because they'll be compatible with everything, which is wonderful. There's a lot of nice elements there, and of course right now we're in virus season apparently, which is interesting. So it's been great having a piece that someone can work out from start to finish on with a tremendous amount of spacing, as you see we've got here. And that's been very helpful in this setup. People use a piece of equipment, they tend to use it and then leave after they're done with it. So they don't have to jump from piece to piece. By having a lot of gear, what's been awesome is we can set each rig station, essentially as we call it, to a different configuration so people don't have to mess around with it. They don't know exactly what to do with the attachments. Well, great, we just have a lot of stations.
Absolutely.
Which are set up differently, which I think has been really good.
Awesome. Well, folks, there you have it again. If you haven't checked it out, Contagion Athletics here in Amarillo. Again, state-of-the-art, phenomenal facility, and again, we are so pumped to be a part of it. So I am here with Kevin, one of the founders and owners here at Contagion Athletics. So how did you learn of us? When did that happen? And how did you make the choice to include it in this awesome facility?
So I competed in men's physique It's been like 6 or 7 years. But I used to be really heavy into bodybuilding. It was all I was watching. And there was a few people that I really looked up to in the industry. So I remember, I'll never forget, I was watching Ben Mikulski because I really like the way that he does things. And he was showcasing the new Prime stuff. And I was like, what is that? I didn't even know what it was. And since I'm a kinesiology exercise science major, it was really interesting to me how you could load weights differently and change angles and do different things that a normal machine you couldn't do. So for me, being a fitness geek, you could call it, I was really interested in like, oh my God, you could do so many things with just one machine by changing a variable here and there. That's how I found out about Prime, and ever since then, it was in the back of my mind, when I could afford it, that's the company I wanted to use. And I remember when we first started building, I already had my list of equipment, I already knew what I wanted, and when I went to Prime's facility, it was like a kid in a candy store. I was like, oh my God, like I've been dreaming about holding this equipment, and now it's really cool that it's actually a part of Contagion Athletics. And obviously, no one in Amarillo has ever seen equipment like this. Even myself, before I actually went to you guys' warehouse, I've never touched Prime. I've always like saw it on YouTube and I was this close to my phone. But it's awesome seeing people get to like experiment with different things. And what I really like is people who have injuries, you can load the weight differently. We had a couple of gentlemen who signed up last week. They haven't had a chest pump in 2 years because of normal equipment. It would really bug their shoulders. So they came up to the front desk. It was like they were 16 years old, working out for the first time.
Very cool.
And they're like, man, I actually did a great chest workout for the first time in 2 years. I was really excited because to me, that's very exciting. Obviously having the best equipment, but being able to have somebody do a workout who hasn't been able to do that in years, it's really special. I wouldn't choose any other equipment. Prime is the best, and we chose them for a reason.
Awesome. Well, there you have it, folks. Contagion Athletics here in Amarillo, Texas. Kevin, thanks so much.
Thank
man.
you so much.